What's good, people? Welcome, welcome. I thought I'd just share my thoughts on this whole Battlefield 5 woman trailer. Yes, I've already done a video on it before, but I thought I'd just do this sort of update sort of video. Just recently, EA has come out, specifically a COO of EA, Patrick Soderlund. He's come out and pretty much said, look, if you don't like women in Battlefield 5, don't buy our game. That's pretty much what he said, straight from the horse's mouth, quite bluntly too. This is this is a statement. So, in an interview with Gamma Sutra, EA's COO Patrick Soderlund said, and I quote, "We stand up for the cause because I think those people who don't understand it, well, you have two choices: either accept it or buy the game. I'm fine with either or. Sorry, accept it or don't buy the game. I'm fine with either or." For me, I mean, look, if that's your honest opinion, like if that's your blunt, straight to the point opinion, then I understand it, I respect it, that's cool. However, I still think maybe Patrick could have done it like in another way, because I know that there's a lot of people that will say, you know what, okay, then I won't buy it. Like, especially when EA's prime focus is to sell as many copies. So for me, I think it would have been better if Patrick came out and said, look, we understand people's frustrations. We made Battlefield 5 to be an all gender inclusive. So, and Battlefield 5 takes place in an alternate sort of universe, World War Two. We're taking it more of a we're taking a more light-hearted route with the World War Two war, and that and we've put a lot of time and effort on customizing your character too, so you can play as a man, woman, with heaps of customizable options, war paints. You can play as a handicap with a peg leg and a hook for a hand, running around the battlefield with in a wheelchair. So you know, we understand the frustration. This is the type of Battlefield 5 experience that we wanted to give, a more light-hearted version of World War Two. This is our take for Battlefield 5. I think that's all he really needed to say. I think that's all Patrick really needed to say. Just like, look, this is our game. We understand this isn't quite what people are wanting, but this is the experience that we want to give you, and that's it. I think, and just leave it at that. But he came out and said either accept it or don't buy it. I'm like, damn, that's quite a statement, especially from EA, whose prime focus is to sell as many copies. But look, man, I think for me, it's just that it's not about the gender. It's just about, as I said before, it's more about just history, and that, well, you know, why bother? I think that's mainly my issue, is that why bother making a World War Two then, if you're not going to, if you're just going to do whatever you want to do, and make a big stew, a pot full of just random stuff. Why even bother making Battlefield 5 a World War Two? If it's not going to be at all recognisable to the World War Two fans, and that's all. But it's this is their own take. They want to be more gender inclusive. I understand that, as well as there's another part here where Soderlund goes on to talk about his 13-year-old daughter, that she plays Fortnite, and she can play as a girl. All this other stuff. She looked at me and she couldn't understand it. She was upset. His 13-year-old daughter was upset, and he's like, and as a parent for him, for Patrick, how's he going to respond to this, to his daughter? And I think, dude, just tell your daughter the truth, mate. You know, in World War II, men mainly fought on the front lines in World War II. This is this is facts. This is facts here. This isn't some fantasy world. You know, this is facts. Now, I understand that both men and women were soldiers. Okay, you had female and male soldiers in World War II. But what I'm saying is that for the most part, when we're talking about front lines, it was mainly men. Mainly men. But there were female soldiers, but on the front lines it was men there. Mainly. And they were the ones that fought and died on the battlefield. And what's wrong with that? Like, tell me what's wrong with that statement. Like, what's wrong with it? It's factual. It's 100% factual because a lot of men did die in World War II. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's history. This is what happened. This is factual information. It's not like you're lying to your child. It's not like you're lying to your children. Tell them the truth. The truth is that mainly men fought. You did have female soldiers, but it was mainly men that fought and died, and a lot of men died in this war. Like, what's wrong with that statement? Like, I don't know, like, how can you not tell your children, like, that's real? That's real information. That's facts. That's not lying. So, for him to say how is he going to respond to her child and to his child and to his daughter, I don't know. I don't know. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I thought you're supposed to tell them the truth. But I guess now everything has to be gender inclusive. It's just a bit. It's going all over the place, mate. I'm not really too sure. And then also you've got the boys. Well then, what if your son came up and told you, oh hey, how come I can't play as a male character? I want to play as a male character. What, you're going to have to tell your son, oh well, sorry son, but tough luck, you're going to have to play as a female or not play the game. But daughter, on the other hand, you're right, and we need to to put more female. Look, that's just how I see it. So I guess we all have to tell our sons, oh well, we can tell our daughters that, but our sons, sorry son, you'll have to either, you know, play the game or don't play the game. That's it. Those are just my quick thoughts. What do you fellas reckon? I don't know. It's all a bunch of poppycock to me. It's all a bunch of bollocks. At the end of the day, it's all a bunch of bollocks, mate. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, that's my stance on it. Take care. Please be safe. Look after one another. Look after yourself. And I'll catch you fellas up in my next video. Peace.